Hello farmers, welcome back to Hazzard County. I decided to do a little work this morning. Early sunrise work. I woke up too early, got up at 5. But being the first day of fall, yeah, it doesn't really get daylight down to about 7 in the morning. So for a couple hours I've been doing some work around the farm. I gave the horses and both the cattle some straw, gave them some water, brought the class tractor back over here and gave manure to the strawberry patch so that can get up and growing. I've been around the field that we harvested yesterday, the spelt field, and I made 5 more bales of straw for the straw that the helpers missed. The helpers are sleeping in a little bit this morning because they worked so long. Yesterday is like, take some time off. Because this morning what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the bales and just, yeah, we're going to sell them. I could hold on to them, but where? I don't know where. I just got so many bales. That can stay there. Actually, I didn't give the cows any extra water. I'm not checking stats. Well, I did check stats this morning, but nothing was in the red, so everything was fine. Still 18 cows, so no new ones have come about just yet. So we already got the hay bales on the trailer. So we're going to go over to the grass fields on the other side over at the sheep farm and pick up those bales. And I am going to store the hay bales. I don't need them, but there's not as many hay bales as straw bales. And in case you happen to miss it at the end of last episode, right at the end there, I kind of put in as the credits are rolling, if you will. I think we had 478 bales of straw on this field, is what we ended up making. So yeah, I probably got like 600 or so bales of straw sitting on the ground right now, and that is probably like I don't know, I'm going to say 10, 20. It could be about 20 trips up to Cletus, up the street, to give him some straw bales. I gave him a ring and told him how many straw bales he had, and first he hesitated and went, well, it's kind of expected around here. There's a lot of big fields. He said, but bring them on over, and he will take care of them. So, yeah, I could, I wish I could store them until winter, but, I could put down one of those bale storage sheds. But the problem is I got modified bales, so when the bales come out, instead of being 8,000 liters or 4,000 liters, I did that in the Pacific Northwest. Not going to do it again. So I think we're just going to sell them upright anyways. We'll make plenty of cash that way. I did not check the pricing on the bales, not the bales, but the rye and the spelt this morning to see what they are. But I should check on that. But I was kind of wanting to get rid of the bales a little bit. But as for our other fields as well, the corn and soybean fields, they are ready for harvest. Now the corn, I like to get on and get that done, just because that will bring us in a lot of cash. The soybeans, I do need as well, but not as bad because we do have a decent amount of total mixed rations still, but we are going to be getting some more extra cows sometime soon. So I don't see any problems with it getting to the soybean field. We're just going to take care of the corn fields first. And I did repair the header on the class combine as well. It wasn't that bad at all. So you can see our canola. Yeah, it's canola. I hesitated there for a second. Yeah, this is canola. Oh, I left the barn door open when I checked it last for putting hay bales in there. No problem. As all the lights go out in Georgia. Should be able to load the rest of these bales up and in here. I'm hoping to get one more cut in by the end of the season. But man, it is going to be great. I think we're easily going to get rid of the loan, and I probably will have one to start next season as well, because I do have to buy almost nearly $1 million worth of equipment to reseed the fields. I'm just going to buy it. I could lease it, but what's the fun in that? I'm not one to lease it unless I know I only plan on using it once. I don't think I'll just use it once. So, and I'm probably going to put a lot of, I don't know how many hours it will take us with that equipment. So I got to turn this on. I don't want to be grabbing all of the bales that are in here. I'm hoping I can back in here. Should be able to. Get our hay bales under cover. Try to get as close as the wall as I can. And let's see if I unload it on that side. Hit that button. Boom. All unloaded. While I'm over here, I will give the sheep some water. And close the door behind me as well. So a good amount of hay we got storing up in here, and the hay's not deteriorating at all. I was going to give the horses some hay this morning. I thought I left a hay bale over there. But when I was over there, the hay bale wasn't there. So either I didn't leave a hay bale there, or it just disappeared. Hello, sheep. We are up to 70 sheep. I think we started with, what, 30? They are reproducing rather well. I think this barn does hold 250 sheep. And I think they're going to be fine on food. Yeah, the trough looks rather full. The grass field's actually keeping up with 70 sheep, so I'm pretty happy with that. Anywho, let's head on over to the straw field. That's what I was going to call it. The straw field. Yeah, we got so many bales of straw over there. We just need to start collecting them and get them out of there. So, yeah, I'll see you in just a second. Well, as I was leaving the sheep farm back there, I was getting a text message from Mr. Anderson. That's why I was a little distracted. He just really wanted to know how the farming's going this year, and I told him, oh, it's doing rather well, because, I mean, he pretty much paid us to put all this crop in on his field. I mean, I did all the contracts supposedly on these fields, and I told him, yeah, we just harvested the big field of spelt that I planted for him last year, and told him we got 800 and some odd thousand liters, and I think he was kind of shocked about how many liters we got. I don't know why. He must have had these fields for a while, but maybe he never put that much fertilizer on it and got that good of a yield. I don't know. I don't know, but it's time to get some of these bales off these fields before. I don't expect the game to crash, but in FS17, it could have been a problem. So let's go around and collect them all up. It doesn't matter where I go, because like I said, there's just shy of 500 bales on here. And then we'll go up and see Cletus and see what we're getting for a trailer load today. Yesterday was just about $20,000 or so. I'm happy with that. I mean, if I do 20 loads at $20,000 a piece, that's a good chunk of change. So the morning hours are going to be spent pretty much just picking up all the bales. It's going to take a while for sure. And hopefully in the afternoon hours, we should get to the corn harvest. At least starting the corn harvest. There's 2 fields up there. I'm just going to put it all in stock. I will put some into the TMR silo. And then when we do the soybeans, and I put the soybeans in there, I can kind of see how much Tilmix rations we actually make, and I can take the corn back out after we're done making it. And then bring it all down to the ethanol plant. Sometime in the wintertime is when we'll do that. But yes, these cornfields are ready for harvest. The good thing about the cornfield, in a way, is no straw bales. So when I go alongside with the auger wagon, I'm not going to have to keep dodging the straw bales. So that's going to be nice. But then again, after I get done selling these straw bales today, yeah. So what we at? We're just over $3,000 in the bank account. So I wonder how much money I'll have when I get done selling all the bales. The only problem with this bale sell point for me is it's a little snug getting in here. And the trigger area is not the... Oh, good. They got done harvesting the field. So I can go in and turn around. So 12,000, 8,000. Looks like $21,000 is basically what I got. So almost the same as yesterday, which you would kind of expect. But Cletus, I'll be back numerous times with some bales. Try to stay out of that field. I try to treat every field as as if it was my own, because if you get into the point of just driving someone's fields, you may get kind of relaxed in doing so. And then one of these days, you're going to drive through one of your own and just destroy everything. We are going to have tons and tons of corn, which means tons and tons of ethanol fuel. And at some point, the barley that's sitting in here, we will get to that probably last. I hate to say it that way, but I don't really need the barley for the animals, so it's not that important. The corn and soybeans are mostly important. And then that leaves, what, the canola fields on the other side. So maybe the canola fields actually would be the last ones, because that field's so small. Didn't think so the first season I was here. I thought they were nice and decent, and we made like $30,000-$40,000 off it. But around and around I go. Yeah, I'm going to be here for a while, just making circles and laps, going up to see Cletus and coming back. Yeah, I have no rhyme or set reason where I'm going to pick up bales. I just see a whole chunk somewhere and I just go that way. So I'm going to get some of these trips done. Basically, you're seeing what I'm going to be doing probably for the next 15 minutes. And I'll bring it back and see how far we have gotten on the field. Well, many trips later, I've made a total of 6 trips up to Cletus's to sell these bales. And this will be my 7th load. And at almost 40 bales per trailer, that's a good number to get out the field. And I think I've done enough to make me feel a little bit better. Don't have so many bales on the ground. I've kind of given up on the spelt field that we harvested just yesterday, only because it was getting a little depressing to see how many bales were still on the field. And I thought, you know, let's come over and clean up the 2 small fields. Of course, to call them small is... Yeah, it's kind of stupid because they're rather big still if you compare to field 40. They are on the smaller size. So the rye field, right over there, got all the bales out of that. This was the wheat field that we're now clearing up. And I want to get most of the bales off here as I can, because I would like to landscape over here just a little bit, especially around the house. We're going to chop this field up just a little bit. Probably maybe from that fence line right there and come out and... So everything to the right side of the truck, the passenger side, if you will. Yeah, we might get rid of the field completely. That just gives us a lot of room. And, yeah, I can make like a bigger front yard or something out of it. But right now, I just want to make sure I don't miss any bales. It's kind of hard to miss bales. They're everywhere. But after this load, that's almost halfway. That may sound stupid, but it's almost halfway. But we do have $130,000 in the bank account, which is good. So I did check the pricing on the spelt and rye, and they're both right around $750. So an okay price, but we've seen up near $800 for both. So I'm in no rush to go ahead and just bring it to the market and sell it and get a whole bunch of cash, which we will at some point. But I might as well get my bang for my buck, as some might say. And definitely, I mean, I would love to get the loan below $1 million today, because it's possible. It is possible if we go ahead and sell some of that crop. But no, I got a full trailer, so I still got a handful of bales in our quote-unquote wheat field. But this is the last delivery I want to make this morning, and I don't mind driving across my field with just loads of bale. I don't want to be in the field with a truck and 240,000 liters of grain. That would definitely sink into the ground, I would think. But I mean, 39 bales of what's on here. 39 straw bales would be pretty heavy as well. Make sure I miss the poles. And this will also give chance for Cletus to clean out all the bales I've brought up there. So if you 7 times 39, so that's like what, 210, probably 280-ish bales we've sold this morning. It's quite a number of bales. But after we deliver this, I think we're going to come over here and start harvesting some corn. Try to get some of this done this morning. I know I said we'll do it in the afternoon, but really it's 10 o'clock now. Time I get set up and really get going. It could be 11 o'clock, so my workers should be up. Like I said, I gave him a little bit of the morning off after working over 12 hours yesterday on the spelt field. I have learned to take it a little slow there. If I roll up to the bale sell point and quote unquote undle the bales on the trailer, like the back 6 or 7 bales just fall right off, even at very slow speed. So I kind of have to ease my way into the trigger point. Sorry, dude, ma'am, whoever's driving. I'm not one to really look for traffic too much. I mean, I'll stop if I see him in time, but other than that, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to, I don't see one right away, so I'm rolling and I go. I'm not going to come to a complete stop and look. Heck with that, man. But what we will do is I am going to go back to that wheat field that we're just in, collect the last couple of bales, just to remind myself I got them all out there. And then we'll park the trailer in the farmyard. And then hook up to the tandem trailers, bring those up the road. The Dutes Fire and the Combine with the correct header would be nice. Alright, so we got the truck with the trailer over there. Or trailers. I got the Dutes Fire over there as well with the auger wagon. And now here I am with the corn header. But the one thing I'm going to do before we go ahead and do this, and I need to go to the store to definitely buy some more DEF fuel. Hopefully I got enough DEF fuel and all the equipment today. It's probably going to take that whole container. It did. And I'm not going to be shy here. Might as well, am I close enough to the trigger to fill it up with regular fuel? I am, and I'm wondering, while that's filling up, is the corn header close enough to the work trigger? It is. We'll repair that as well. Is the combine in triggered? No, let's go see how bad the combine looks, but I can do that right from the driver's seat, which is, I'd say about 60%. $521 in diesel fuel for the Lexian Combine. Also, what I'm going to do now is, I got $151,000. I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to just pay off a little bit of this loan, well, as much as I can. I don't need the cash for anything, and I will get some from the power plant. Another $100,000, and we'll be below $1 million. So that's pretty good. But like I said, if we sell some rye or spelt, that's easily going to cover that. Since I got 850,000. Ooh, what the heck did I hit going through there? I know I should be sneaking to the trees, but all right, didn't hit nothing going through that time. Yeah, I think I might want to cut down those trees. Just having one entryway into the farm off this road here, where most of my fields are. Yeah, I need to make a wider entrance in there. So I think one of those trees have to go. We'll make a bigger entry/exit out of there. So I'm just coming over here to let that car kind of go through. So I'm going to set up this on the worker on course play. Let's go ahead and unfold that. Unfold the combine. So this here is for our /Tilmix rations / don't run into me, thank you, and ethanol. All the traffic, you guys must wait. Field 97. Please do 3 headlands. Think you're good to go there, and give it a moment. Now it's all set, and drive course. There, now you guys can go along. Now the reason why I'm doing this field first, because this is the field that didn't quite get to last year, just a little bit of it. So actually, we didn't get to any of it, did we? No, because part of it was ready for harvest. And then, yeah, all heck broke loose with the winter. I don't think I'm going to have room to unload this combine. It might be tricky. I'll be interested to see what course play does. I don't think it's going to back up and move to the side like it did the other day in the spelt field, because on the left-hand side of it, there's no crop. So as far as course play is probably concerned, I have room to go over there. So I may have to stop the combine, move them over a little bit before I can unload it. But it is corn, so maybe, I mean, if I can get down the length of the field and it gets to the other side where there's a space between the two fields, I can unload it. But I'm trying to keep an eye on the combine itself. Am I seeing some corn starting to form up there? Yeah, so it's probably getting kind of close already to half full. But the good news is no straw bales. Well, I don't want to say good news. They just don't get in my way. So, I mean, we sold $150,000 worth of straw bales this morning, so, and I got more to go. I don't know how many more straw bales I got left, but I mean, just look to that spelt field there. You can kind of see them through the trees. That's quite a bit, all the way up to there, and all the way down to the end of the road. So the combine is 80% full. Actually, he's full. You're backing up. Where are you backing up to? You're not going to back up the entire length of the field, are you? No, we're not going to do that. No. Stop. No. Stop, driver. All right. So put the header in the corn, and yeah, okay. I got a little crop destruction there. I think I can get in there to unload you. Sure can. So there's 18,000 liters of corn. And in the wintertime, that will be turned into ethanol where we make loads of cash. At least that's the plan. So, yeah, if we come in here to the market, so, yeah, the price of rye looks like it's going down. I want to see upper 700s, maybe 800, something like that. And if we come in here to the market, and of course, scroll all the way down, so you can see spelt price doesn't change that much. I mean, a little bit day by day, but other than that, and the same thing with rye. So it's not like hold on to it for a better price. All right, get my tractor out of the way. Pull the pipe back in. Going to turn the header on and drive course. And I think we're going to be okay the rest of the way. So yeah, being corn, obviously it needs plowing. Doesn't say it needs lime. So just need to plow it for next year. I'm not going to put corn back in these fields again. So yeah, I got to go to the crop rotation just to see what kind of crop might be best for next to be in here. But that's something I usually try to figure out during the winter months when we're not doing too much. There, now with a little space in between the fields, I can come up and we'll get him unloaded. So at one point I was thinking about merging these fields into one, but really this is not bad having a little bit of a space in between here. And yeah, I would gain a good amount of crop. Maybe, I mean, if this was corn, I'd probably get like 20,000 liters off this little strip that we're in. But seeing that the size of the fields that we got, we're getting plenty as it is already, and it's nice to have the working space through here. I'm not going to complain. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave it as is. I think we're going to leave all the fields as is. Not expanding any or plowing any. We'll let him go ahead and gather some more corn. I don't like following him all the time because the pipe, he'll bring the pipe back in when he thinks he's empty. And the time the pipe gets back in, he's got enough in there where he sends the pipe and the pipe just goes in and out. So I'll just try to keep beside him, and when I can see the corn get up near the top, that's when I'm going to rush on in and empty him out. Well, I figured since we're going past our truck, I mean, I don't have a full auger wagon, but we're here. And the combine's not anywhere near full. Works out well for us. I did get permission from the farmer to park over there for the day. Maybe 2 days, depending on how long this is going to take us. So we do have 2 fields to do. Yeah, so it looks like right now the only fields I'm going to have to do some work on before we actually reseed them are the 2 cornfields. But definitely we're going to put some kind of crop in here. You know, I was actually thinking maybe hops would be the thing I might want to put over here. Another part of me is thinking I could, and maybe, but I really don't have no place to put these things yet, is, you know, maybe start planting some root crop. Like sugar beet, so I can go ahead and put down a sugar plant, make some sugar, and not just to make sugar and sell it, but to go ahead and make like Pepsi Cola or stuff like that. There is a flour plant on here as well, so maybe I could take, I might be taking the barley. I think there's a flour plant on here somewhere. That may require barley, so when I harvest that barley, I may be taking the barley to the flour plant. I do believe, is it on, yeah, actually it's right here on the page right here. Flour. Someplace takes flour, which is the bakery. So I would assume there's a place, because I don't have a mod that makes flour. At least I don't think I do. Yeah, so I would assume wherever the flour plant is, I've probably seen it once and forgot about it. And now here I am, because we're in episode 41-ish, 41, 42, something like that. Yeah, I would just rather bring the barley to the flour plant and make flour, because I'll get more money for it that way. Makes some sense, doesn't it? But like I said, that field is probably 4th in line right now to get harvested. We're harvesting this cornfield, then the cornfield right next to it, and then we're going to run down and do the soybean field, and then we'll do the barley right next to us. And then eventually bring the combine all the way back over to the sheep farm and take care of that canola that's over there. I just had a quick look at the forecast on my phone, and there's a good chance, not a good chance, but the way my luck is, there's a slight chance, at noon today through about 6 o'clock in the evening today, there's a 10% chance of rain. Looking at the sky, it's looking okay. The forecast is not showing anything on the screen as of yet, but yeah, I don't want any rain today. Just because, I mean, the way it's going, we're doing pretty good time on this field here. It's only been an hour in game time, and we're doing pretty well. So, I mean, I should be able to get both cornfields done today if the rain doesn't show up. And that'll leave the second day of fall to get to the soybeans. There's no real rain in the forecast until Friday, and today is Saturday. Today is Monday. Yeah, it is Monday, right? Hang on a second. Yeah, today is today, and tomorrow is Tuesday, so that means today's Monday. So there's our 10% chance of rain, and the rest of the week, precipitation percentage is 0.000 until you get to Friday, and then it's 70%. So yeah, we should be able to get all of our harvest in, unless something weird happens. And this is another reason why I can't see myself expanding the farm for harvestable crops, only because, yeah, I don't have the time. I have thought about, after doing the field yesterday, I'm like, if I had 2 combines going, and I just got to go around with the auger wagon, unload them. That would make that process a little bit faster. Now, apparently, Course Play, I told it to do 3 headlands and then do the field. So, for some reason, it has chosen to do 3 headlands, travel all the way down to the other end of the field, and work it before it comes back up. I don't know why, but it's going to. But yeah, we should be able to finish this field by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I can get started on the other cornfield later in the evening. So, I mean, if I get this done by 3, that means it takes us 4 in-game hours to harvest the field. So if I can get started on the field by 3 o'clock, that means we'll be done by 7. Yeah, that'll be work out. And that'll give me like an hour, in-game hour, to maybe go sell some bales. I don't know how many runs I can make, but maybe a few runs to maybe get $100,000 worth of bales and drop the loan below $1 million. Either way, I got to pay off some of the loan today, so the loan interest rate at night won't be as much as it has been. But yeah, now thinking back on it, like I said, I may have a loan next year when I go buy all the new equipment. Like I told you, I called the store yesterday when we were doing the spelt field, inquiring about the equipment I want, and he can get it in a couple days. It's just shy of $1 million worth of equipment. Because I said before, I don't want to be seeding those big fields over there with a 9-meter wide seed roll. It's not going to happen. That would take all day to do that field, even with that modded seed roll. Well, I am hoping that one more pass should do it. I'm just looking at the width of the header and what's left, and I think it should cover it. Fingers crossed. Almost 3 o'clock, 2:30 in the afternoon. I said if we get done by 3, that'd be really good. So that just means 4 hours to harvest this field. The other field should be the same size, I guess, somewhere about there. So, yeah, if I get started right away at 3 o'clock, we should finish it by 7 o'clock in the evening. Give me a couple hours of daylight. I am going to run down to the store this evening after I sell a couple loads of bale. I want to get some death fuel and yeah, I'm going to get a couple more wool pallets. Yeah, we are out of room for wool at the sheep. I cheekishly teleported over and grabbed a couple of bales of my He-Man strength and moved them out of the way. So, yeah, so I think I bought 4 pallets or so, and those hold 10,000 apiece. So I know we're probably got somewhere in the vicinity of 50,000 liters of wool. But as we saw, wool sells best in the springtime, so that's just going to sit there until spring. The question I have for this guy is, can you cover that in one more pass, or is that a 2-pass kind of a thing where you're going to leave like a little narrow strip? I think he's going to be just, if it's wide enough, it's going to be, on the edge of wide. Nah, he cannot do it. He cannot do it. But what I can do, because he's been stopping on the way back up, because he gets too full. So what we can do is, yeah, I'll definitely unload him on the way up. That way he won't have to stop. So the other thing I should mention is the truck with the tandem trailers, they are all full. So that's 240,000 liters plus what I have. So, yeah, we're going to get somewhere in the vicinity of 300,000 liters off this field. Maybe, probably more. But right around 300,000 liters, which means if the field next to us produces the same amount, that's 600,000 liters of corn. That is going to be a lot of ethanol fuel. Now remember last winter, we got like $1 million worth of ethanol fuel, and we only harvested that field over there. And we took some of the corn from that field and made total mix rations. So doing 2 corn fields and doing ethanol fuel, yeah, I think we're going to be fine money-wise. I don't think I'm going to need a loan come next spring to buy that $1 million worth of equipment at all. So, yeah, I think we're all set money-wise. Part of me wants to buy a little bit more land, and I may do so just to put down some factories, because I'm just trying to think on the map where there was any place to put down placeables, and I can't think of any right off the top of my head. So, like the sugar factory might be one I put down, and the Coca-Cola, the Pepsi factory, I would put down. I haven't tried the Pepsi factory at all, so it might be something I do try. And there's I might put down a different vineyard, but that requires manure, and right now the cows we have are not producing enough manure to keep up with the strawberry patch. So yeah, we may hold off on that. But I think I got that. That'll be until next season. We still got this fall. Winter, we don't do much, as we do know that already. Because this year, the only thing we'll probably be doing is the ethanol fuel. But while I'm sitting here, half the day has gone by. Let's just look at the animal HUD. Any cows? Nope, still got 18 cows. We gained 2 sheep today so far. And how are we feed-wise on most of these? The sheep are fine. The horses need some hay. Total mixed rations for the cows and probably some barley for the chickens by the time the end of the day gets here. Peanut, you got to get back into the tractor, then hit the gas pedal, then it will move for you. That usually helps. But yeah, we got this field done. I said if I get done by 3 o'clock, I got 12 minutes. So yeah, we are all set. Yeah, so we should be able to do the other cornfield today as well, which is great. But that'll be next episode. And when we get done harvesting that, I'll try to make a couple runs with the bales from the spelt field that we have. Maybe get a little bit more cash and just try to pay off as much of the loan as I can so the interest rate isn't as bad at midnight. Head to the store and buy some wool pallets and some DEF fuel, because I don't have any more DEF fuel back at the farm at all. For some reason in seasons, I don't know if that's part of the seasons coding or not, but it seems like I'm going through DEF fuel in seasons. I mean, I'm on the Pacific Northwest. I've been using equipment on there for 80 episodes, and I don't think I've run out of DEF fuel on any of those yet. I may have topped them off. I can't remember. It's been so long. And if you are wondering what the Pacific Northwest, no, that's not abandoned. Just that people are really enjoying the Green Mountain Forest scenario that we got going on. We'll be getting back to the Pacific Northwest. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to leave the Pacific Northwest series until I actually pay off that entire loan, even if it overflows into FS21. You're saying FS21, that's probably like another 11 months away. Yeah, I got $40 million still to pay off on that map, so yeah, it could go that far. But as for today, we are just about done. So yeah, we sold a bunch of bales this morning, 7 loads at 39 bales per load. So that's, I don't know, do the math. My brain doesn't want to calculate that right now. So, but we did pay off like what, $150,000 on the loan, and we got the cornfield all set. One cornfield. Are these the same size? I mean, actually 96 may be a bit bigger. 96 may be a hair bit bigger. So yeah, you can see the fields that we've gotten done. Some farmers are getting the other fields done. So 96 is a field that we're going to do next. Right next to us, the cornfield. That'll be next episode in the afternoon hours. Well, it is afternoon hours. Then we'll head all the way down to 35 the following day. I got to get that soybean up. And once we get that done, then that just leaves field 39, which is barley. And then all the way over at the sheep farm, field 100, which is canola. I do need to find that flower plant. If there is a flower plant, there's got to be one on here, because I don't have anything that makes flour. And the map is saying, yes, we can take your flour. So there's got to be a flower. I've probably seen it, just can't remember where it is. So we'll stop driver, cancel that course. Oh, it was actually a her. I kept calling it a he, but it was a her. I think it was a her. Should have told her to stick around, because take a 10-minute break, and yeah, we'll get set on the other cornfield today. So that other cornfield may take me a little bit longer, but as daylight hours go, I should have enough time. But that's where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Hazzard County. But until then, have a good one.